The villagers of Umuahia had always known the old mango tree that stood at the heart of their land. It was older than the oldest elder and had stood through seasons of plenty and drought, its branches stretching wide like the arms of a mother welcoming her children. But the tree was not just any tree, it was the tree that held secrets. Some said it listened when people spoke beneath its shade. Others believed it whispered at night when the village slept. I remember the day it all began. The sun was resting behind a veil of clouds, casting a soft glow over the village. Akwaogo, the daughter of Ozoemena, the fisherman, was walking home from the river, a calabash balanced expertly on her head. She had always been different from other girls her age, curious, bold, and unafraid of the stories that kept many away from the mango tree. That afternoon, as she walked past the tree, she heard a soft rustling. Not the kind the wind makes, but something deliberate, something alive. She stopped and turned. The tree stood still, but she knew what she had heard. Slowly, she placed her calabash down and stepped closer. That was when she saw it, a small hand, barely visible, reaching out from behind the thick roots. Akwaogo's breath caught in her throat. The hand trembled as if its owner feared being seen. Swallowing her fear, she moved closer and crouched down. "Who is there?" she whispered. The hand withdrew, and for a moment all was silent. Then, slowly, a boy emerged from the shadows of the tree. He was no older than 10, his ribs showing through his thin frame, his eyes wide and weary. His hair was matted, his lips dry and cracked. Akwaogo had never seen him before. "What is your name?" she asked. "Obi," the boy croaked, his voice weak. "Please, do not tell them." "Tell who?" But before he could answer, the village bell rang, signaling the evening gathering. Akwaogo turned her head toward the village square. When she looked back, Obi was gone. That night, as the villagers gathered under the moonlight for the storytelling hour, Akwaogo sat beside her father, her mind racing. Who was the boy? Why was he hiding? And what did he mean by "do not tell them"? The next day, she returned to the tree, carrying a small bundle of food wrapped in banana leaves. She placed it near the roots and waited. Minutes passed. Just as she was about to leave, Obi's frail hands appeared, snatching the food before disappearing again. This continued for days. Each time, Obi took the food but said little. Akwaogo learned to be patient. Then, one evening, he finally spoke. "I am not from this village. I ran away." "From where?" Akwaogo asked gently. Obi hesitated before whispering, "From the home of Chief Nduka." Akwaogo's heart skipped a beat. Chief Nduka was a feared man, known for his wealth and cruelty. He had many servants. Some said taken from faraway places. If Obi had run from his home, he must have had good reason. "Why did you run?" she asked. Obi's eyes filled with tears. "I was stolen from my family. He made me work from morning till night. If I ever stopped, he trailed off, looking away." Akwaogo clenched her fist. She had always heard whispers of Chief Nduka's ways, but no one dared to speak openly. To do so was to invite trouble. But now she had proof. She could not stay silent. That night, she told her father everything. Ozomena listened, his jaw tightening. "This is dangerous, Akwaogo," he warned. "If the chief finds out, he will not spare us." "But Baba, we cannot let Obi suffer," Ozomena sighed, rubbing his face. Finally, he nodded. "We must be careful. We need proof before we can go to the elders." The next night, Akwaogo and their father went to the mango tree, where Obi told them everything. How he was taken, how many other children were forced to work, and how they were never allowed to leave. Ozoemena, a respected man, took the matter to the elders. The village council gathered, their faces grave. They knew confronting Chief Nduka would not be easy, but justice had to be done. The next morning, they marched to his compound. Chief Nduka was furious at the accusation, but when the elders demanded proof, he faltered. The search of his compound revealed hidden rooms where frail children were kept, their eyes hollow with suffering. The village erupted in outrage. Chief Nduka was stripped of his title and banished, his wealth seized to care for the children. Obi and the others were reunited with their families and peace returned to Umuahia. But the mango tree remained. It had heard the cries of a lost boy and it had given him refuge. And from that day, whenever the villagers passed under its shade, they remembered the tree had held a secret, but it had also saved a life.